I know you've heard a lot of it being emergency exercise, but it's also a good contest. And it also, in being a contest, gives hams a chance to hone their operating skills. So if there were an actual emergency, then they would be able to operate, know how to operate in an emergency situation, and actually be able to talk to more people and get more information out quicker than could otherwise if they never practiced. Plus, it's a lot of fun to come out and just see all your friends and come out and enjoy, and we have a pretty good picnic too. That's always a big draw.
This is our satellite communication setup. We have a number of amateur radio satellites, and in that mix we also count the International Space Station, which comes over from time to time. And they have some communications equipment on board the space station that we could communicate with if the astronauts are on the air at the time that they come over. They have some digital equipment on board the space station as well we can communicate with. But we have a number of other voice communication satellites as they come over.
I don't know how many years I've been participating in, probably about 50, 55. It's a hot day, but shows how you can set up antennas safely and communicate all over the world. The contest is to see how many different stations you can contact. You get points for that, points for running a small amount of power, various things like that. But it's an emergency field day operation to show that hams do have readiness and communications when other communications fail. During emergencies like Katrina and the storms we had in April of a year or two ago, hams do some of the first communications. When cell towers go down, we can set up communications and contact quickly. And the field day exercise sort of links that in to show that we can get antennas in place and make communication with other people.
I get out of here is I come and help them set up the antennas and the towers, and I enjoy the mass chaos that we have as we start out. And watching a group of people who've worked together a time or two come together once a year and pull this thing off. So it's kind of fun to watch, kind of fun to be a part of. It's an interesting process.
What are you here for?
To pick up my son.
That's it?
That's it.
You need to put some beeps in there even when people aren't cussing, just so you have some good footage.
Some people have said that it's a little bit of controlled chaos, a little bit of running around.
It is
that sort of thing. I mean, with all these different people out here.
Well, see, that's why it's such a good emergency preparedness exercise, because something is going to go wrong just as it would in a real emergency. And if you've already seen, oh, I know what to do about that if you have an emergency. The generator didn't run. Well, what are we going to do about that? Well, we have a backup generator because the last time it didn't run. This cable wasn't big enough. All sorts of things like that. So it's really good for emergency preparedness. And we show that what we could do in just a few hours, we could set up a station that could communicate all over the world, no power whatsoever, and communicate with people all over the world if need be.
So how long have you been coming to these events?
This is my third one. I've been coming for 3 years.
How about your wife? Has she always come with you?
She has, yeah.
What's her take on this? Is she an operator, or does she just come out to lend moral support? Or
she comes out, she gets involved, she helps with the food and the setup and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, she's the reason we got good at
PR?
Yeah, it's good eating. It brings a lot of people out when she the food.
I can't help you out, I don't know.
Don't tell him that. It's on the camera.
Yeah, you're just bleeping for no
He just believes
reason.
it. Yeah, you can believe it anyway. Yeah.
Field day is it keeps us in practice to make sure that when we come out here, just like today, doesn't work. You stay in practice and finding all the issues and problems that you have.
Bloopers.
Okay.
I have a wife come over and sit on make life better.
Steve, this one goes over by you on the far side.
No, it goes towards this.
No, it doesn't. You're going to rotate this post over that.
Hey, this is on that hole, right?
I'm sorry. You're right.
Sorry.
That goes where they're at.
Slow. Slow. Stop. done yet?
No!
Riches.
Never was so much owed by so many to so few.
Okay, that was Whiskey Delta 8, Pepper Victor Charlie, please traffic to Alpha, New Hampshire. Whiskey Bravo 6, Bravo Foxtrot, Germany. Okay, that was 1 Delta, not 1 Sierra. 1 Delta Ohio, thank you very much and good luck. Alpha Delta 7, India Charlie. Whiskey